Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show. And now, here's Jeff Crilley.
Welcome back to the Jeff Crilley Show. I am so excited about this segment because we're talking about philanthropreneurs. And I think this topic is very relevant because often millennials will do business with a company based on whether or not they're giving back to the community. I think about Tom's Shoes. I mean, there's so many iconic brands that have embraced giving back as part of their mission statement. My guest right now is Kim Cloud. She is the founder of Cloud9 Charities. She's also the owner of Cloud9 Salon, Spa, and Boutique. Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show.
Thank you, Jeff. It's so good to be here. I've met you several times, but that's very true. My front desk says that the number one reason they hear from a new client when they call is that they've heard about what we do in the community. So I do think it matters.
Wow. Okay, so how did this start for you in terms of giving back as part of your business plan?
I think Cloud9 was about probably 10, 12 years old. I was doing absolutely nothing to give back to the community that was being very good to me. Started off serving on some boards and decided that we wanted to do some type of an event that would highlight our business, but at the same time allow us to give back. And so our very first thing we did was a little fashion show on a Sunday afternoon, had maybe 80 people there, raised about $13,000, and we gave it to two different organizations that existed in our community that needed us. Wow. And since then, we've done $2.3 million worth of events, and we turn right around and we give it away. And the number of people that have benefited from that has grown substantially.
How do you decide what nonprofits or what efforts to put your support behind?
You know, originally it was things that were near and dear to the board's heart, like children's advocacy. We had several people on the board that suffered from, sexual abuse. We gave to CASA. My daughter is adopted, and I used CASA to represent her in court. And so, but then it started growing, and my mom recently passed away from Alzheimer's, and I wanted to help the caregiver because it's such a tough job. But we had some people on our board that suicide, had affected them. So we added an application to our website, and the organization who needs us that is also a part of our, fulfills our mission statement. It usually always has to do with family and children. They fill out that application, we present it to the board, and we decide if it's a fit.
Wow. Okay, so for somebody who is thinking about this, listening right now, saying, I think I want to start doing more, what would your advice be? I mean, should they take a vote of the employees and say, are we going to donate to homelessness, or is it a community service project where we all get out there take a Friday and do kind of sweat equity? I mean, what's your advice on getting something started?
And Jeff, yeah, you are. Jeff, there's so many different ways to give. For our organization, like our event coming up on June 18th, Best Little Brew Fest in Texas, it's in Old Town Louisville. We need 250 volunteers to put that on. So it could start as a volunteer effort. I asked my staff at the salon to volunteer, and most of them do in some way or another. But also it could be giving, your giving dollars. We need sponsors to put events on.
Right.
And then it has to be passion. You can't, I don't believe that you want to write a check or give your time for something that you don't feel passionate about. And the thing that kind of sets Cloud9 Charities, I guess, apart is that we give to so many different organizations. So if you help us, we probably are helping something in your wheelhouse of passion.
That's awesome. Well, let's talk about Brewfest.
Okay.
So it's coming up soon.
Yeah.
Where can people get tickets, first of all?
You can get tickets if you start on bestlittlebrewfest.intexas.com. You'll have a little link off to the side to buy tickets. You can also be on our Facebook page, and we're constantly announcing new beers and new breweries and new sponsors and things, and you can follow us there, and you can see the link to buy tickets there. There's also a great website now called ivolunteer.com.
Okay.
And that's where you can sign up to help us. You get in free, get a cool T-shirt, and you can serve on a shift, and then you can have fun the rest of the day. But yeah, you pay money to get in, and you get a little tasting cup, and we have 90 breweries that will be there, and they bring their beer, and you walk around and you sample beer. And For the non-beer lover, we have some wine and spirits, and we have live music all day and food trucks, and we're expecting about 4,000 people this year on June 18th. So it's the Saturday before Father's Day. It's a great way to bring your dad out and have some fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It started off at the racetrack several years ago, and the city of Louisville invited us to come and bring it to their downtown Old Town area, and it's done very well there. So,
How fun.
Yeah.
And your business has continued to grow. You were telling me before the show that you started out with how many employees, and now how many do you have?
So Cloud9 started in a little area of Louisville, and I think we were 700 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
We expanded there, and then we moved across to Highland Village and expanded there, and then I got the bright idea to build my own building, and it brings its own challenges, but we've been in that building for 11 and a half years, and it's 8,200 square feet.
Oh, my goodness.
There's about 50 of us, 49 women, and my son Nathan, who helps me manage it. Poor guy. And like today's a really successful day. I drove up. I got there this morning, and I'm still behind the chair, so I did some hair, and it was already crowded. It's a prom day. We got a lot of those coming up. We don't have one single opening for all those girls, and we're turning people away today. And for me, that is what I'm covered in chills right now, and I'll get emotional. But I want to do more than just be behind the chair and make people pretty, and I want to do more than own that building. I want to change girls' lives. We have about 5 new stylists that have been with us different amounts of time since about October. One of them today, my friend Pearl, she came in this morning at 6, and she doesn't get done until 7 o'clock tonight. She's booked solid. She's a single mom. Wow. She's going to be able to, when she started with me, she was living with a family member, and now she's not.
Wow.
I love those success stories and successful women.
And I think I have to imagine that one of the reasons why your employees gravitate to you is because they know that you have a heart for giving back. I mean, we just talked about heart-centered leadership, servant leadership with the Zig Ziglar segment. That's something that you've embraced for a while now. Yeah,
I think I get it from my mom. I mentioned that she just recently passed away from Alzheimer's, and she always had a smile on her face. And I don't remember her particularly giving. I just always remember her lighting up a room and giving with like a spirit type of giving, I guess. I was raised by that. I loved to get ready with her in the morning, and if I wasn't smiling, I had to go upstairs. And so, I mean, she didn't want her day started off like that with a, snobby, bratty teenager.
Right.
I once I got a taste of it and the change that you can make, it's just such a passion, and I want it to change lives.
Tell me if you believe this, and I don't know if you call it karma or a God thing, but I think if you go into a business and your only motivation is I'm going to make a bunch of money, you're not going to make money. It just won't happen. For whatever reason, that motivation short circuits the karma of launching a business. I mean, you didn't set out, I'm going to make a bunch of money.
Yeah, I built the buildings to have something to sell because I realized exactly that. I was getting by, but I wasn't doing anything for retirement, and the building would allow that. I don't know that I can give you an example of someone that doesn't give not being successful, but I'm definitely an example of someone that does give, not only myself being successful, but all those women and my son that work there, where we all have successful lives.
Let's look forward, because I don't think when you started your business you imagined that you'd have 50 people and every chair busy. How big do you want to get? Do you want to start other locations? What's in your crystal ball?
I've had some great mentors over the years, and from what I've seen just in the salon industry, for me, I feel like part of the success is that we're there, and I don't have the desire to have a bunch of locations or to franchise. That's just me. I want to be there. I want to be a part of my community. It's plenty. It keeps me plenty busy, and with Cloud9 Charities on top of that, my plate is full, and I have to really work at the whole balance of that. My children are all grown and gone. I'm a new grandma, and I get to spend time with her. Thank you. So for me, this is as big as I want to get as far as the salon, but I don't think it ever stops. I had a big deal in my business 4 years ago. I had a walkout women that had been with me 15, 20 years walked out. It devastated me. Two things. I wasn't prepared financially. I was operating stupid, and I didn't have the uh-oh fund is what I call it. And I'm full again, and I realize now, one, who do I think I am to think everybody's going to stay with me forever? And two, they left, which brought an opportunity for 24 new women to come that now their lives are changed. And so I want Cloud9 to be a life changer, but I don't see it getting much bigger than it is right now.
Well, I think you're amazing.
Thank you,
so much. The website is cloud9, the number 9, charities.org, and the her for-profit business is cloud9salon.com.
Yes.
Thanks for coming
you,
on the Jeff Crilley Show.
Thank you.
When we come back, UNICEF, you know this name. You also know the iconic cardboard donation box. How this incredible nonprofit is making a difference now in its 70th year. That's when we come back.
You're listening to The Jeff Crilley Show on Talk Radio 1190.